And we're live. We're back, baby. Oh, God, only one to wait. Stuff feels so long. I'm searching all along. Walter, Luvion, Wallblock, how's it going, man? How you doing? Yes, Walter. Walter has really cracked the XP system. He's a fucking miser. How has work been? Work's actually, it's getting better, Luvia, now that I can actually do stuff instead of just having to fucking sit there and watch videos all day and twiddle my fucking thumbs. It's actually better. Day goes by pretty quickly helping clients and all that stuff, which is nice. Justin, how's it going, man? How you doing? Doo-doo. Huh? Oh, cool. Okay. DSV, how's it going, man? Immer. Enema. Okay. Guy, how's it going, man? How you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna guess M A E. Okay, so then maybe I'm thinking AMEXA Omega. Oh shit! Let's go! Let's go, baby. Look at that. Still got it. I took one day off. I took one day off after doing this every day for basically 4 months straight. Okay. Special, promotion, deal, sale. Bro, speed around this one. Hell yeah. This is the thing, right? I've been doing it for so long, even I've been streaming for so long that even just taking a single day off is like it feels like it took so long off. Like I feel so fucking well rested. Santa, how's it going, man? How you doing? Thanks for popping by. I appreciate that. You know, I was feeling a little ugly today, but I appreciate you. Oh. Okay. Steam, gas. No. Nightwalker, how's it going? How you doing, man? Okay, ruffle some feathers. Fold, iron, steam. Oh, maybe. Fold, iron, steam. Okay, no. Call, raise, check. Poker terms. Bug, how's it going, man? How you doing? Fold. Yeah, that works. Let's go! Okay. Gas brakes. Okay, iron, steam. Kami, how's it going, man? How you doing? Iron, steam. Nettle, kettle. Gas, steam, iron. Fuck. Iron, steam. Mustard! Bullseye, how's it going, man? How you doing? I'm good, man. I'm good. I feel okay. I will say, though, I wake up so fucking tired nowadays, because this morning was okay, because I slept at a decent time. But, because I sleep at, 1:30, and then I wake up at, fucking 7:30 to get ready for work. I wake up so fucking tired. Is it time to re-extend the lead like you wouldn't fucking believe, Luvian? I popped in for like 2 minutes, Bullseye, on my lunch, but no, I didn't catch most of it, man. I was at work. Did he finish volume 4? I mean, it was in the title, so I assume he did. Iron steam breaks gas. So, steam breaks gas nettle. Fuck. Nope, chapter like 903. When is the ending of volume 4? Sorry, I've forgotten the number. I don't remember chapter numbers, okay? By the way, is the music really quiet or is it just me? Am I fucking losing it? For easy, today-ish means like today plus minus like 3, 4. Oh, he's fucking, he's chill. Kinda unrelated, but what are your thoughts on ORV live action and what's your best insults? Wait, is it out? Oh my god, it's out? I haven't seen it yet. What? Or are you just referring to like the trailer and stuff? Wait, it's out? Ramiro, how's it going, man? It's out with an overwhelming 1-star review. Wait, is it that bad? Wait. Okay. Let's read some reviews. Let's read some reviews, because I've read like a decent bit of the ORV manhwa, so so I like ORV. Okay, I do. What are the reviews? And an empty head of tape. Oh, that's so bad. They're so. Look at this. Look at this. There's like nothing. Like 5 people who gave it 10 stars and ones. ORV's getting the T-Bay experience. Well, there's still an anime to come out next year, okay? So we can... Breaks gas fist iron? Okay, hold on. Breaks gas fist iron? What the fuck would that be? Oh, what the fuck? Things you... Got home from night class. Ah, shit, Ramiro. Wait, Wednesday. Wait. Yeah. Wait. How did you just get home from... Was this your chemistry class? Or something? Yeah, exactly. They use their mess up card on live action, so the anime should be good. Exactly. Anime comes out next year. We so disappointed. All right, as a novel reader, I'm disappointed in this live action because what do you mean Kim Dokcha hates... What is TWSA? Sorry, I'm not caught up on the slang. I'm old, okay? I apologize. Oh, three ways to survive. Okay, no problem. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. When that novel literally saved him and made Yu Sung a healer when she hates to be one of those. I'm not hitting on the cast, but it's okay. But the huge mischaracterization is not it, you know? Fair. Okay. ORV live action should not exist. Based. Wait, what? They made his... He won? Oh, you're kidding. Oh, come on. Every news about... Oh, God, that's so bad. Nah, special seminar? What the fuck do you mean till 4:30, Ramiro? You're kidding. What do you think is this? Okay. Okay, maybe because it's been so long, Bullseye, but, like, I see the Dragon Ball, live action with like rose tinted glasses. Like it's bad. I want to be really clear. It's bad. It's real bad. But it's like Oh, like they kind of knew it was gonna be bad and they kind of leaned into it bad. At least now with hindsight. So, and I haven't watched this, so I'm not gonna judge. But like I see it with like a rose tinted glass. It would like like it was bad. But like they knew they were making it bad, so they were like, listen. Don't half-ass it, okay? If you're gonna make shit bad, you make it real fucking bad. An unbiased review. There's a new account I created separate from my main account after seeing all these filthy reviews. I haven't read much of the novel or manhwa, so I don't know much about the original. Visually, it's so bad it confuses me. It's so bad it confuses me. By the way, this might be really, really small for you. Nope, that's the wrong way. That might be really, really small for you guys. I'm just gonna upsize that a little bit. They were trying to blame the web novel and the author for low rating. The plot is incredibly confusing. There's a huge world that I'm aware of, but even with the background knowledge I had from the first few chapters, it's hard to follow. In omniscient people. The plot is alright. Standard apocalyptic transmigration, whatever. Sound mixing was strange. Bro, how do you mix up the sound mixing? That's like some basic shit. With 3 ways to butcher a massacre. Kim Dokja, he is never his protagonist, he is never a superhero who saved others. This is true. Misrepresented, took a story about personal gain and chosen bonds and turned into generic save the world. Oh, no wonder they cooked it. They made him Goku? Bro, that's not who he is. Piccolo is green, which you... Does that mean Gon is black? I'm trying to think of a joke that won't make me sound of a racist, and I can't think of one, Bullseye, so I'm not going to say anything. The director took Dragon Ball Evolution and Ben 10 Ben 10 Race Against Time? I don't actually know that one. What? What is Ben 10 Race Against... I don't know that. I haven't seen it. 10 Race Against Time? What the fuck is this? This looks so bad. What? I don't know this. That looks so bad. Dude. Oh my god, that looks so bad. 4 point... Wait, what? Actually, I'm curious. Worst rated IMDb movies. Okay, I'm curious what this looks like. I watched it as a child, but it was shit as a kid. I don't know better. Fair enough. Okay. I actually like Ben 10 Race Against Time as a kid. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to judge. What do you mean? .7, 1.9, and it goes down with 97,000. Not nearly 100,000 people clicked on the IMDb for this page, and they said, "Nah, brother, we gotta go Shark Boy and Lava Girl." What the fuck is that? Boy and Lava Girl. 38%, which is just to give a point of reference, that is twice as good as the Disaster movie. Like two times better. With 45,000 though, that is kind of nutsy. Shark Boy and Lava Girl is supposed to be weird. Ben 10 Race Against Time just made me get the hottie and the naughty. Wait, Son of the... Wait, I loved The Mask as a kid. What is this? I don't know if you guys have seen The Mask from Jim Carrey. It's a great, well-known movie. I assume most people have seen it, but like, it's a really good movie. I didn't even know this came out. What? I love The Mask. Jim Carrey did such a good job, dude. They made this baby. They made this CGI baby. Oh, I can't watch this. Okay, this was the mask that came out because he threw it away at the end of the movie. Okay, no problem. Wait, the dog. Oh, okay, that's a lot of CGI. Okay. Red director, Red Devil, the director of Hottie and Naughty. He would be like Quentin Tarantino. Like I'm sure you guys have seen the meme. I'll pull it up. Quentin Tarantino. Like I'm sure you guys have seen the meme, but I find it so funny. Quentin Tarantino cast himself in a scene in The Dust Till Dawn where Selma Hayek pours tequila down her leg and forces a guy to drink it by sucking her toes, and cast himself in the role down horrendously. Oh god. Oh god. Next stream idea: we watch the worst rated movie every Thursday. It gets a good reaction from me. I drink. Bullseye. Okay, we can't do that on stream because, like, bro, Easy's catching up. This motherfucker. I gotta put the jets on. Oh, although I will say, this motherfucker. What do you call it? This motherfucker had a whole week off from work, and I just started work last week. And a whole weekend, and he only shortened his my lead to 150 chapters. He's cooked. He's never catching up. It's over. The race was over in like March. That's crazy. Kojima did the same thing with actresses in his game. Really? What did Kojima do? He did Kojima really? Kojima cast himself. Meme? I just know this one. The only Kojima cast himself meme was this one. What are you talking about? No, he didn't cast himself? Wait, what did So what did he do? Wow. Movie directors and feet, a love story. Hey, maybe there's like a link. Do you figure maybe there's like a overly creative types and like feet people have like a correlation or something? That's why I'm super autistic and I am very math brained. Miyazaki. Oh yeah, okay, that part I know. Oh, America, Melania. Wait, America? Umineko. Umineko. Sorry, I know the name. I can't picture it. I gotta. Umineko. No, I have not seen it. Is it good? Okay. I think we fiddled around for long enough. Let's. No, actually, let's just. Connections is done. Let's just do Lexicon really quickly, and then we can start. Okay. We started at 8:30, so we can read for a bit today. Thorium. King's daughter. Ooh, who's the king? Okay, farmer. Food. Grow. Plant. Okay. Food. Say. Speak. Mouth. Eat. Speak. Manners? Wait, has we seen the dub for... no, guy. I have not seen. I haven't had a chance. Given I haven't seen anything from Kakao, but I get the reference for sure. Higurashi slightly better. Okay. Eat, speak, or mouth speak. Mouth speak. Move. Enunciate. Shit. Vocalize. Fuck. Pronounce. How the fuck do you spell that word? Pro-N-O-U-N. Oh, okay, that's it. I got it. Pro-N-O-U-N-C. Fuck. Devil, how's it going, man? How you doing? How's your football practice? Pronounce food, eat, mouth. How have we not? What is this? Tongue. Fuck me, dude. Articulate. That's a good one. Face. Okay. Face. Mouth. Nose. Nose. Smell. Smell. Godzilla, how's it going? Smell. Scent. Scent. Perfume. Perfume. Fuck, dude. We had so many. We had like 4 in a row. We were so goated. We're at 20. What the fuck? Vocal? Talk? Okay, talk manners. Talk manners. Quiet. Fuck. What? Odor? What is this web, bro? Come on! I never claimed to be a Lord of the Mysteries fucking guy, okay? Don't judge me. God damn it, motherfucker, you're kidding me with this! Come on! This is so cooked, bro. Tinob, how's it going, man? Speak. Converse. Thoughts. Open. Close. Chew! Oh my fucking god, you're kidding! Lips? Oh my god. Get me the fuck out of... Dude, I don't even want to fucking read anymore. Are you... Look at this! Pheromones? I don't even know where the fuck that would... I mean, sure, at this... Pheromones? Yeah, I mean, fuck it at this point. Why even question it? Pheromone. Throat. Throat. Throat was what did it. Mr. Loki, how's it going? Yeah, we haven't even started reading. I was fucking mauling on Lexicon. We did so good on Wordle. We did so good on connections. We started so good on Lexicon, and then it all went fucking out the window. God damn it. Piece of shit. Alright, but either way, we got it. Who said throat? DSV, thank you. No, wait. Who said throat? Oh, it was Nightwalker. I apologize. Never mind. Nightwalker, thank you so much, man. Nightwalker, thank you. Lexicon is my... Dude, I can't even... Ugh. I don't even know... Fucking username. Consider yourself an op now, okay? It is lust bound, yes. God, it is lust bound. Okay, 1041 King's Daughter. Ooh. Last thing I remember was Miss Messenger dropped off a letter and he said it's from Sharon, who doesn't like nicknames, which clearly implies to Klein that there's some connection between these two, because he gave her a nick because like the Miss Messenger knows her enough to know that she doesn't like nicknames, which she would never she would never grant that courtesy to anyone else. She's an angel. She does what she wants, you know. Okay, Sharon, who doesn't like nicknames? How would she know that? How would she know that? She's interacted with Miss Sharon before? Upon hearing Raynette's answer, Klein was taken aback before another question emerged. From his point of view, a messenger and a mailer wouldn't communicate under normal circumstances. The entire process would be the messenger's appearance, retrieval of the letter, and the departure. Sharon Wenning, I know, I voted, Ramiro. I voted for best girl. But yeah, she was winning quite handsomely, I will say though. Besides, when did Miss Messenger need to obtain permission of the other party when she gives nicknames? A few seconds later, Klein instinctively made a guess. It was that Miss Messenger and Sharon had some kind of connection. Reining in his thoughts, Klein opened the letter and unfolded it and said, "There's something I can hope you can help me with. Let's meet at the Braveheart bar to discuss." Yay! Yeah, let's meet at the bar. Have a few drinks. Go on your first date. And hey, these two are really, really cute, okay? Sorry, my niece just popped in. Give me one quick second. I'll be right back, okay? Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Sorry. Sorry, she came back from the park. She just wanted to tell me that she had a lot of fun. And she was asking me what I was learning about when I was reading, which is so cute. Okay. When do you want to meet? Klein picked up his pen and wrote. Putting down the pen, he glanced at Reynat, who was standing by his side, seemingly waiting to write the letter. Klein felt even more certain. He folded the letter, handed it over, and said, "For Miss Sharon." One of Reynet's heads turned over and said, "You haven't paid. No postage payment." Klein cleared out his throat and took a gold coin and handed it to Miss Messenger. I just told her we were learning about astronomy. I couldn't think of anything else more vague but also technically true to tell her. So I said astronomy, and then she looked at me and she goes, "What is that?" And I go, "I'll teach you when you're a little older." Because she's 4.5 right now, so it's a big word. It doesn't mean anything to her, you know? Klein cleared his throat, took out a gold coin, and handed it to Miss Messenger. Seeing Reynette disappear, he revealed a pensive look as he walked to the reclining chair and waited. Less than a minute later, Miss Messenger walked out of the void again, biting another letter. "If you don't have any problems with it, it would be best if it happens tonight," written in the letter. Tonight? Klein nodded, flicked his wrist, and caused the letter to ignite. The flame burgeoned and enveloped his body as well. By the time the flames extinguished, Klein's figure had already disappeared from the chair. The floating ashes, hovering in midair, automatically fell into a nearby can with the help of an invisible wind. That is so cool! He disappears, burns the paper, throws it into the trash can while leaving. TP. Tinup, it's in Easy's chat, if you're referring to the best girl poll. Klein's virginity solos fiction is scaled to boundless. I can't remember the guy, but I can't remember the guy's name, but I think it goes Klein's virginity solos fiction if you scale his Nirvana to ours. He's of course referring to Maury Jean when he says that from God of High School, but all the same. Okay, before long, Klein appeared in a room he had privately rented at the periphery of the East Borough. He changed his clothes, put on his gold-rimmed glasses, and went out in the appearance of Sherlock Moriarty, heading for the bar. This time, he didn't seek out Ian, who was in the playing card room. He listened for a few seconds and pushed open the door to another billiard room and entered. Just as he opened the door, he saw figures outlining themselves. On one side sat a blonde, blue-eyed Sharon sitting on a high stool chair, and second, she was wearing an exquisite bonnet and a regal dress. Compared to the past, her face was no longer as pale. It just looked like she was anemic, making her look less like a female ghost and more like a doll. So she's so by progressing from wraith to puppet, she's become more human. Like, she doesn't look like a ghost, she just looks anemic. Anemic would what would anemia actually make you look like? Physical symptoms of anemia. Being pale. Okay, yeah. How the fuck did Sharon get paler? She's as white as my fucking desk at this point. Jesus. Morems, I don't think I've seen you here before, man. I appreciate you popping by. Oh, we're rushing through this, Morems. Don't you worry. We're probably gonna be like, in like 2 months, we should probably be done. Volume 2 cast has more time than Emlyn. Sucks to be that guy, you know? Shouldn't have been born a vampire, bitch. I hate vampires, okay? If Dr. Z isn't here, if someone says sanguine, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, okay? Standing to the right of the billiard table was Merrick, a young man who liked to play cards with zombies and had increasingly turned fucking pit. God damn it, I knew it. The malice in his eyes had become unobvious, and it gave a suppressive feeling to others. Good evening, Klein said as he smiled and bowed. Good evening, Mr. Detective. Sharon's body seemed to float up as she seriously bowed. Merrick did the same. What is it this time? Klein asked. I'm very sorry to trouble you again, Sharon said. Merrick quickly added, we made an agreement with a cooperative effort with the Sanguine to deal with the key members of the Rose School of Thought. We will definitely carry out the bulk of it ourselves. It will include how we lure them, how we ambush them, and how we attack them, and how our attack happens. We just hope that you will watch the entire process by the side and aid if something happens. If you want anything, just mention it. We can discuss. That is to say, I'm a contingency to prevent accidents. What if Emlyn also enlists the world to help? If that happens, they would have 2 demigods in their contingencies. It might work. I can be Sherlock Moriarty and let Quanos Kilgore be Gearman. I would assume the opposite would happen. Well, no. I think it's probably right. Because I was thinking if he is weaker, then Emlyn might notice something. But Quanos Kilgore is also a demigod, so it shouldn't matter. Klein nodded and said, let me ask a few questions. Okay. The Tootiness is the second mummy we previously obtained was a preparation for you to become a puppet. Have you already become a demigod? Yes. What's your relationship with Raynette Tyneker? She's my teacher. She? Although Klein already had some guesses, he nearly made a gasp. In the blink of an eye, although his expression remained the same, countless thoughts were bubbling in his mind. Miss Messenger was originally an angel? I'm using an angel as a messenger? She is even Sharon's teacher? It probably isn't that simple when she requested to be my messenger. See, again, there has to be something. Why is Klein such a fucking magnet to angels? When he was not even... wait, no, I think... When he was a Sequence 9 Beyonder, he ran into... Azek. And then he ran into... Who was the next one he would run? And I guess... Pala Zoroast. Like, there's so many angels around him. What the fuck? It's already explained? Is it? I don't think so. She is even Miss Sharon's teacher. It probably wasn't that simple when she requested to be my messenger. From the looks of it, she definitely isn't on the same side as Mother Tree of Desire. Miss Messenger signed the contract with me because the Mother Tree of Desire was coveting me? No. That she is bound to my enemy? I don't even know what Klein is implying here. It's no wonder Miss Sharon was able to obtain the puppet formula and corresponding ingredients from her teacher. What's the exact situation, he asked. Early in the 5th epoch, Death perished. There was resistance stirring in the Balam Empire in the places like southern continents, Star Highlands, and Paz Valley. During this process, the chained god appeared, and the Rose School of Thought was born. My teacher was originally the daughter of a ruler of the local highlands, but later she became the blessed of the chained god, assisting her father in establishing the Highlands Kingdom. Oh, the chained god is probably the sequence 0 of the prisoner pathway. Chained prisoner makes sense. Okay. By orange light? Oh, you're saying the aura of the gray fog is what's attracting the angels to him. Maybe, Arter, but... Maybe. Later, she became a Sequence 2 angel, one of the leaders of the Rose School of Thought. She advocated temperance and using austere and a few desires to resist the madness in life. About 922 years ago, the son of God, Sua, was born. Everything began to change as the indulgence and bloody rituals took over, became the dominating faction. Erda said Klein is the ruler of the spirit world. This is true, but I also don't know what that really means. I know what the words mean, don't get me wrong, it's just more high level, you know? An internal war broke out. Remember, so yeah, the angel from the Rose School of Thought who popped up when... Did he pop up in the final battle, in the demigod battle in volume 3 ending? Orange light... wait, I don't know. Oh, wait, I see bro delete that, so I'm gonna not read it just in case. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. It's not for Arter. Orange light said that there's 2 types of existence who sense the gray fog. The ones who want to capture him or the ones who want to make contact with Klein because he can be important. True. Pre-sold tickets for the Odyssey. Yeah, I did see that, Bullseye. But of course that was going to happen, dude. The guy is, as far as I'm concerned, Nolan is probably the best director of his generation. I don't even necessarily think that's controversial. An internal war broke out. The teacher protected us as we escaped from the Highlands, Valley, and Grasslands. I watched her fall under the siege of Sua and the other members. However, she didn't completely die because of her preparations. She resurrected in a special state in the spirit world and now yearns to complete her body. Is that so? So she is in essence an angel without the corresponding powers. She is in a weakened state. It's no wonder she wasn't able to easily deal with the Rose School of Thought demigod, Shanks. Wait, although there are many angels cooperating with me, why are they all incomplete or weak? Apart from Mem Ariana, all of them are in such states. Azek, Palez, Will, Miss Messenger? Is there a problem with my title as the Fool? Are they all waiting for me to get them the charms corresponding to Scholar of Yore? I did have this thought. Oh, like, I don't know if Will Ossepton has that problem. Because Will Ossepton will be in peak strength in probably, well, I guess 10 years. That's kind of a fucking problem with Ouroboros chasing him, so. Odyssey is an Odyssey going back home? What? Can you even call that arrogance? I don't think so, Bullseye. I think arrogance, if you can decisively back it up, isn't arrogance. It's just confidence at that point. I think the difference between confidence and arrogance is your ability to back it up. Merlin, how's it going, man? He didn't ask why Raynette Tankar still desired money, as he thought for a moment before saying, Miss Sharon, the Rose School of Thought definitely has no lack of the puppet potion formula. After you obtain the mummy, they would likely view you as a demigod. In addition, Raynette Tankar has appeared before the Rose School of Thought demigod and engaged in a battle with them. This also means that they know that she's alive and wouldn't be not prepared against her. In such a situation, isn't it too naive to use yourself and Merrick as bait? Do you think they'll only send out a demigod or two to deal with you? How much help can the Sanguine truly give? As I previously mentioned, that due to one of my identities, the Mother Tree of Desire places a lot of importance on me. Even Abomination Suo was sent to attack me, and your teacher's cooperation with me is something they will similarly be aware of. Wait, actually, let me pull this up really quickly. Hold on, I just gotta. Let's go down here. Do I know what is interchangeable with the? Okay, so I'm thinking, so this probably works. So if I do, what is it? So if I do prisoner, and then criminal, because these two are, because these two are interchangeable pathways. I might have already talked about this. Ramiro, how did you know? Dude, Ramiro is, you're so fucking good, dude. Oh my god, I fucking love you, dude. My god, that is such a bad straight line. I don't even want to talk about it. Okay. Okay. So, so criminal sequence 0 is Abyss. This one, we can now assume, is the Chained God. And then these two, assuming there's only two, there could theoretically be a third one that is also interchangeable with them. I don't know, just because there's only 4 pathways. Yes, 4 pathways. I don't know that they're interchangeable. I don't know what they're interchangeable with, but I mean 4. So, well, I guess if one of them went to this one, then it could be 3. Nah, it's fine. Okay, all right. And then this can be MTOD, Mother Tree of Desire. That would work. I don't have any proof for it, and I haven't had any proof for it since I had made this theory, oh, I don't know, 900 fucking chapters ago. But all the same. Klein said Chained God is probably not sequence 0, though, since Mother Tree of Desire took him over so easily. Would you say Death isn't a sequence 0? Because Evernight took it over so easily? I don't think so. Mother Tree of Desire? Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, good. Very good. Let's keep going. Death was besieged by 7 gods. You know, losers make excuses, okay? Oh, you see, the ball, it wasn't filled up correctly. It was, like, it didn't have enough air. Bullshit, okay? Winners win. Oh, and it was 7v1. Wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered if you won, bitch. The lion does not care about the 7 goats. Exactly, DSV. You get it. Exactly. I just deleted the fucking chapter title because I'm fucking stupid. Okay. After a few seconds, Sharon calmly replied to Klein, "It's not bait, but a ploy." Back when we were pursued by the Rose School of Thought, we discovered that there were quite a number of members in Backland. However, due to our lack of strength and our fear of traps, as well as not to attract the attention of the church, we didn't take any action against them. This time, we'll plan on attacking one of the more important ones. We'll deliberately miss some out, allowing the hidden ones to secretly escape and pass the information to the Rose School of Thought's person in charge. In secret, the Sanguine demigod will be watching them. Through the message change, they will find the person in charge. That person must be a key member. Once they die or are captured, we'll take the next step in our operation. That, based on the information we get, that's actually pretty reasonable. If that's the case, I can participate. What kind of payment? He didn't say that he needed time to think about it and confirm the level of danger. This was because this matter wasn't something that needed to be done anytime soon. When he divined problems, if he divined problems, he could always call it off. What kind of payment do you need? Merrick asked. If there aren't any accidents, I wish to receive one free instance of help from Raynette Steinker. If I have to involve myself, then I can always add conditions of having priority on the spoils of war. What the fuck, guy? I don't have any theory like that. What are you on? I don't have a pregnant Evernight theory. What the fuck? In fact, he was still a little puzzled, because even though he had such a plan, there was no need to seek him out. With Miss Messenger hiding in the shadows, it was enough to prevent any accidents that Sherlock could deal with. There's no need, Sharon. With her exquisite looks and pale face, said, I can agree to it now. Has she already discussed it? Then why don't you directly tell Miss Raynette for her help? She doesn't want the Sanguine to discover her existence. Interesting. Why would the... So she might have been like a bane in the fucking ass of the Sanguine or something, you know? Bro, Bro, I didn't do that, guy. What are you on? I'm not fucking corrupted like that. I don't think about nasty stuff like that. What the fuck? You advocate temperance, so why not? So why are you seeking out the members of the Rose School of Thought? Is revenge not within the limits of temperance? In recent decades, the Rose School of Thought has been trying its best to let the Mother Tree of Desire descend into this world. That will bring about unimaginable desire. In addition, Teacher also desires her body to be complete. If the Mother Tree of Desire were to descend in the world, it would mean unimaginable disaster for me. But what has that got to do with Miss Messenger's body? Her body was once torn apart and is being held by the different members? Or can the bodies of high sequence beyonders of the same sequence and their characteristics be made into a part of her through some ritual? Is Abomination sequence 1 of the mutant pathway? Then what is sequence 2 or 3? Sharon answered with no hesitation. I can now confirm. Sequence 1 is Abomination. Let's go! We're getting high sequence. Aw, man, Dr. Z isn't here. Otherwise, she'd send that message. Whatever the fuck she sends. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Sequence 1. Abomination. Jesus Christ. Sequence 2. Ancient Bane. I feel like I heard this name before, but I don't know where it went. Sequence 3 is Cursed Artifact, but is now known as Discipline of Silence. Damn. Oh, disciple. I apologize. Disciple of Silence. So you gotta take like a vow of silence? Cat Leia said I want you... Oh, I see. Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, she said Ancient Bane. Ah, okay, yep. Disciple of Silence. You gotta take a vow of silence to... Does that mean that you weren't certain when I asked you last time? That is to say, when you summoned Miss Messenger and reunited with her, you got to learn. I have no more questions. After confirming the time for the operation, write to me. Thank you, Sharon once again floated up and bowed. Merrick pressed his hat to his chest and bent his back slightly. There's no need. Klein smiled. This time, without a smacking sound, the scarlet flames rose up and engulfed him again. Under the night sky, countless lights silently lit up in background as though they were stars that covered the clouds. Among the few twinkling stars, Klein returned to his rental apartment in the periphery of the East Borough. After changing into his clothes and preparing to return, he heard a series of illusory prayers. It was from a man. As expected, it was Mr. Emlyn. Honorable Mr. Fool, I wish to pray for a mini gathering including myself, the Hanged Man, Ma'am Hermit, Miss Justice, and the world. To Emlyn, these people represent the Tarot Club's intelligence, experience, and knowledge. Poor Leonard, Klein chuckled. He said, damn, bro, you a baroque bitch. Twitter users were sequence. How would you even act as an ancient bane? I would chemically try to recreate the Black Death and then release it into the wild. I think that would be ancient bane. Basically digested in like, I don't know, 8 hours or something. I don't know. As for abomination, I would have to dress up as Andrew Tate. Above the gray fog, in the ancient palace, 5 dark red... of course, one of those is decidedly worse than others. Being Andrew Tate has got to be way more horrifying than the Black Death, coming back. Black Death, humanity can handle. Can we handle another Andrew Tate, though? I don't think so. We lived through the Black Plague. Have we lived through Andrew Tate? I don't think so. I think we're surviving through it. Have we lived through it? I don't think so. You got some other info confirmed from this. Can you guess what it is? Are you referring to Sua being the son of the Chained God? That he was probably born like a mid-sequencer or something? Andrew Tate is a believer of the Lord of Storm? No, he's the tyrant. Is it... Or is it... Is this something else? Romero. Yeah, so the Chained God... Oh, wait, okay. So... Either the Chained God is a sentient uniqueness, or he fucking dead. Those are the 2 options. Okay. Above the gray fog in the ancient palace, the 5 dark red beams of light. Or he's a sequence 1 as well. Would that even work, Kami? Could the Chained God a sequence 1? Oh, well, I guess his son could have been born a sequence 2 or 3, I guess. Can be another sequence 1, King of Angels. Oh, I guess it can be a sequence 1 with like a characteristic and uniqueness or something. Although if that was the case, okay, I'm gonna say I don't think it's a King of Angels. The reason is, if it's a King of Angels with a uniqueness and a characteristic, a sequence 1 characteristic, I think he probably absorbs his son and takes his characteristic, or like kills his son and takes his characteristic. I think he'd be so pissingly close to godhood, he would kill his son without a second doubt. Where does Mothership of Desire fit into this? That's a great question, Godzilla, because I don't know. Because my problem has always been... Okay, sorry. Oh, for fuck's sake. My problem has always been, I believe in the super god theory. Super deep in my heart, I believe this exists. And to a degree, even Klein talked about this now. Because Klein said, like, oh, if a god inherits or, like, overtakes enough, like, fucking, I don't know, whatever god... takes in enough parts of godhood, they go through another qualitative change. So that's so like I was talking about this. Oh, like maybe the Evernight goddess is trying to become a super god, right? If that's the case, I just authorities. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just don't know if that means the Mother Tree of Desire can only exist if these two are dead, or if they can exist and a super god can exist as well. I don't know. It's starting to seem more and more like for me to, or sorry, for a super god to exist, the authorities of the gods need to be overtaken, which means they need to. So, I mean, maybe, but I don't know. What would you call a super god? Someone who stands above gods. Easy definition, simple. 5 dark red beams of light appeared on both sides of the table, forming different figures. Mr. Moon, has the plan finally been finalized? Audrey asked. Yes, the plan is this. Through 2 Temperance faction members who escaped the Rose School of Thought. He recounted the plan Sharon had described to Sherlock from different angles. When he was done, he said, if we can obtain effective information, Louis Sanguine plan on seizing the opportunity to launch a surprise attack on the Rose School of Thought's headquarters. We hope to take an important item from them. What item? Cattleya asked. Its importance exceeds that of an ordinary angel, stronger than some grade 0 sealed artifacts. Okay, how would you be stronger than some grade 0 sealed artifacts? Could it be a uniqueness, like a uniqueness that's a thing? Could it be like the dice from the monster pathway? That would be technically stronger than a grade 0 sealed artifact. Although I guess it does say some, so maybe it just means it's a sequence 1 characteristic that's turned into an item. It's a holy artifact left behind by the Sanguine ancestor. I'm not sure what particular accident led to the Rose School of Thought obtaining it. Wait, how many ancient gods were there? Were there 7 or 8? What was it? Okay. Soniathirn, Lilith, Farbauti, Gregres, Kvastir, Flagrea, Ormir? Wait, no, hold on. Ormir, Onkvold, Kvastir, Soniathirn, Flagrea, Lilith, Gregres, Farbauti. So 8 of them. 8, okay. Okay, 8 of them. So, in my mind, they all seem to be super gods. So they all probably, hold on. So they all had like different authorities under them. Because right now we know of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, bitch. The other 4 would have to be 1 for that to work. Fuck. We know of 7 groupings. So if the 3, 4 that we don't know go into parts, and then like one of them makes their own, then the eight ancient gods were all super gods, and when they died, which is interesting though, because who the fuck killed super gods? Well, canonically, ancient sun god, but like, who made that guy? Why was he so strong? I get that there's now the theory that he's not even, theory. I'm gonna say theory, but like it seems like kind of confirmed that he was a transmigrator. But why was he so strong? How did he kill super gods? This motherfucker just spawned into a new world and said, "Oh damn, bro! Oh, time to get a light workout in," and killed 8 super gods. This is cooked. And then when he killed them and he died to his lieutenants, generals, whatever, he got. And then all the authorities became separate, and now some of them are gods. There's a couple super gods, probably. But like, this is so cooked. Why was ancient sun god so powerful? He was able to kill all of them. What the fuck? He was just a walking nuke. That might be the key to the Mother Tree of Desire's ability to intrude and control part of the moon's domain. This is something Miss Sharon and the others didn't mention. The Sanguine kept this from them, as well as the Sanguine have some great ambitions they kept from them. I can't use ambition to describe it. That ancestor Lilith, whose identity is unknown, seems to have foreseen the chaos from the situation coming from the apocalypse. Therefore, the Sanguine was made to change its style and become more proactive. This is the acquisition of the lifeboat in preparation of the apocalypse. Alger then said, in other words, you and the Sanguine will be hiding this entire operation and won't be targeted? Yes. The Sanguine's plan was jointly decided by Duke Olmor and Marquis Nibs, as well as a few other earls in Backland. Many problems had undoubtedly been brainstormed and considered. Regardless, even if a pig were to live for more than a millennia, it would definitely gain a certain level of wisdom and experience. Damn. Emlyn said, bro, they're dumb, but like they live for a long time, so they know a couple of things. A nuke is nothing compared to an angel. Well, yeah, I guess technically true, because a nuke is only city level, right? The Sanguines... No, I already read this. Alger nodded. I have another question. How are you so sure that the Backlands person in charge is only a saint? There might be more demigods or even an angel. You should know that the situation in Backland is complicated. It's not impossible for them to increase the number of powerhouses. If that's the case, you will end up resembling thieves who wish to steal something, only to storm into Civilis Yard. This time, Duke Olmor will be personally watching the process. Even if an angel descends, we can easily escape. Duke. Where would a Duke be placed? In the Sanguines thingamajig? Fuck, I knew I should have written this down, man. Holy fuck, because I asked about this last time. I'm so dumb. Sequence 2. Oh, he's another angel. Okay. So he's like, listen, if they send an angel... this is the whole, if Sukuna regained all his powers, he might cause me a bit of trouble. But would you lose? Nah, I'd win. No matter which side they are on, they're not willing to create an intense conflict in Backland without a crushing advantage or the confidence to not cause a huge commotion. They will naturally cease any fighting. DSV was a 3-on-1. God damn it, don't get me started, okay? Gojo did not lose that. Sukuna's just a bitch, bro. To Beyonders who aren't demigods, even a slight clash between angels would produce shock of after effects that are enough to kill them. Emlyn momentarily snapped out of his pride and was at a loss for words. Audrey then asked, Mr. Moon, what do you intend to do? Man, I missed lobotomy. Oh man. There was like a tiny bit of time that JJK was so fucking peak, man. Holy shit. What do I need to do? Monitoring the secret members of the Rose School of Thought and locking onto the true targets from the information will be done by Earl Mistral. The one who will take action is Marquis Nibs. Earl Mistral and the Rose School of Thought Temperance Faction's demigod. Duke Olmor will be the one monitoring the secrets to prevent any accidents. My only job is to contact the wraith named Merrick. It seemed like there was nothing for him to do, or at least nothing important. It took 7 to clap death, only 3 for Gojo. Gojo was like 22 years old. You guys are bitches, bro. Don't talk about my go. JJK peak reminds me of AOT peak. True, that's a good way to put it, because like everyone was like, yo, did you see the leaks? Gojo was like 29 when he died. He was a fucking kid. Emlyn blinked as he said, what I need to do is very simple. My role is to ensure both parties can collaborate successfully. Since that's the case, there's only one thing you need to do to ensure your safety, Audrey said. Makes sense. I can't risk myself because of this. Anyway, there's nothing that needs my help. I'll rent Leimano's travel and get money to get Mr. World to record a few pages of teleport. That'll basically guarantee my safety. Emlyn said, thought for a few seconds and said, excellent suggestion. As there was no other members of the Tarot Club participating in the operation, and since it was under control, the gathering quickly ended and the participants returned to the real world. Klein wasn't in a rush to leave. As his figure disappeared, he appeared in the Fool's Chair again, and beckoned for the crucifix, and the mythical, and the Marauder Pathway item, Broken Finger. At that moment, the surface of the two grayish-white tweezers that resembled a polishing of finger bones had produced a piece of gravel that sucked all the light around it, making it look pitch black. As for the broken finger, the grayish-white color had turned transparent. The crucifix is slowly purging the characteristic from the item, letting them combine together. Of course, the premise is that there's a power similar to this gray fog to suppress it, allowing it to willingly make contact with the characteristics. At this moment, the grayish-white finger suddenly began to belt out, "Oh my, praise you! Praise the sun!" As the tweezer-like object sang, the cracking sound emitted from it as though it would shatter into any moment. When do we stop today? 46 or 47 Godzilla is what I was thinking, but if anyone has like a good number, if like one of those is a good number or like 45 is a good number, we can kind of stop wherever. As the tweezers, nope, but this didn't affect its praise of the sun. Klein stared at the scene at a loss. After a few seconds, he sighed and separated the crucifix and the broken finger and threw them into the junk pile. Then he prepared to return to the real world. 1400. You know what? Let's just finish COI tonight too. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just. All right. What is that? 1600. All right. I have 10 hours before work. Before I have to get ready for work. Okay. Y'all ready to see something special? At this point, he heard the Fool's only believer pray out, "Mr. Fool, your faithful servant wishes to pass the following words to Gearman. According to my captain, there are many items at sea rumored to belong to Vice Admiral Ailment, but without any exceptions, they're all fake. But ever since he was injured by that assault, the Pirate Admiral has placed great care in secrecy of her course and seldom plunders. The last time her ship appeared was 2 months ago at the Theros Island west of the Berserk Sea. The foreign object in Anderson's stomach is now controlled to some degree and is separated from his body to an extent. There are 2 ways to completely solve this problem. One is to seek the help of the Sun Pathway Sequence 4 Unshadowed. But this also has a high possibility of cleansing most of his characteristic. The second is to find a Hunter Pathway Sequence 4 Iron Blood Knight potion formula. Through the help of the rituals and ingredients, he can absorb the object. Anderson is inclined towards the latter object. It's obvious that Danitz is forwarding me Vice Admiral's answer by imitating her style. This isn't his usual style of speech. Sun Pathway it's so I feel like ever since the start, it's been like Sun Pathway Sequence 4 is like, bro, that shit is like, you want a friend. Like, this is like the equivalent of having like a friend with a pickup truck. You're like, bro, you want a friend with the Unshadowed, okay? Like, that motherfucker is useful. Like, Vice Admiral Ailment adhered to the advice given from the Demoness sect and has hidden. If that's the case, it's basically impossible to capture her quickly. And quickly, everything will blow up and I won't even have to find her. I'll send Danitz to look for her and hold out some hope. My focus will be on Trissy. I have to find a way to contact her. And can consider using the excuse of working together to deal with Katerina to make a deal. The elimination of Anderson's latent problem has two solutions, both of which I can help with. Since he's inclined towards the latter, I don't have to worry about using Danitz to promote the option of leasing the crucifix to him. That's good. I don't have to worry about the crucifix given by Adam creating some nasty reaction with the foreign object Adam left inside him. Oh, that's a good point. As for the formula and how Anderson had played an important role in luring in Zhongwil, it's not like I can't give it to him. The foreign object in his stomach is Adam's payment. I can't directly bestow it to him since he's not a believer. Klein then made a decision, conjured Gehrman, and made him take on a prayer stance. In the fog sea on the Golden Dream, amidst the loud commotion, Anderson, who had been flipping through the book, looked at Danitz and said, "There's a very good mission for you." Danitz raised his chin and chuckled. Anderson sized him up. You seem to be very smug. What's the mission? Accompany me to Theros Island and help me seek out Vice Admiral Ailment's whereabouts. In addition, help me gather the Beyonder characteristics needed for Conspirer. You'll have to pay me for it. What's the reward? The Iron-Blooded Knight supplementary ingredient list and the ritual. When do we set off? Aww. Anderson is starting to grow on me. I don't know why I hated him right off the cuff. But, like, he's not that bad. Backland, East Borough, in a rental apartment that had its own curtains drawn. About time. Fuck you. Alright, just for that, Luvion, we hate him. Fuck that guy, bro. I hope Adam kills you. God. Backland, East Borough, in a rental apartment that had its curtains drawn. Trissy, who was dressed in a black dress, packed her luggage and prepared to head to her next hideout. Her face was slimmer than before, and apart from a sweet smile, she had an indescribable, elegant look. Trissy didn't immediately pick up her black suitcase. Luvion is actually rage baiting me. It's actually Anderson who was rage baiting me and I was falling for it, okay? After looking around, she walked to the desk and folded a piece of paper. She picked up a pen and wrote, "Mr. Gehrman Sparrow, I've obtained the information I need from that captain of the Royal Guards. He is loyal to King George III. You should know what this means. My next goal is to figure out what the king wants. For that, I plan to oppose the demoness sex, Saintess of White, Katerina. Katerina's racist, bro. Provokers are everywhere. Actually, dude, you know, all these liberals want to tell you your food is safe. All this soybean bullshit that all the kids are eating these days. I'm telling you, they're seeping in the fucking provoker characteristic into it. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's making the children into rage baiters. She's a sequence 3, a demoness of unaging. She's very hard to kill, and it's hard to capture her. Tinfoil hat. Sequence 3. Yeah, okay. I already kind of assumed that. No problem. I have to admit that just my strength isn't enough to deal with her. If you're interested and confident, we can cooperate. You know how to contact me. Trissy. Putting down the pen, Trissy folded the letter and began setting up a ritual to summon Gehrman's messenger. She had only written to the lunatic now because she was afraid that he would lock onto her hiding spot with the help of his messenger and then teleport over. So she waited until she was about to move before she made the attempt. Although Trissy wasn't sure whether or what Gehrman's motives were, she just chose a reliable method to be safe. After handing the letter to the messenger, I'll have to wait for Gehrman to contact me. I'll try not to meet him until we can begin taking action. I wonder what faction is backing him. She then looked at the candlelight and said, I summon in my name the spirit that I summon in my name the spirit that wanders about the unfounded, the unfriendly creature that can be subordinated, the messenger that belongs to Gearman Sparrow. Romero! Aw, thanks, buddy. I know 2 months, man. That's fucking crazy. Now that you've done it, who I can think of off the top of my head, Justin also needs to do it, I know. Arter. Oh, Arter, it's been a month. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. It takes one person to start. Just as she finished speaking, the candlelight burgeoned and turned abnormally pale. Following that, a figure stepped out. The four heads had 8 bloodshot eyes that darted around. Trissy's pupils dilated as though she had seen something terrifying. Yeah, no shit, a fucking angel walked in. Justin saying sheep because he didn't start the train off, and then he would have to admit that he's a bitch if he went second. Backland, St. George Borough, in a factory filled with junk. Light flashed in a mirror with obvious cracks as its surface turned deep and dark, as though it was connected with another world. Suddenly, a white hand reached out from the mirror as though it had penetrated the layers of aqueous waves. A figure walked out from the shadows, none other than Trissy. There was a rare paleness to her face. With a smacking sound, the suitcase in Trissy's hand fell to the ground. She could hardly suppress the horror in her eyes. His messenger is an angel. At that moment, Trissy felt a chill run down her spine. She had never expected how dangerous it would be to summon a messenger before. Thankfully, the woman simply took the message and left. Dr. Z is not here. Priest, dude, Romero. Oh my god, is the fuck? You need to go to bed, dude. The fucking speaking of your lord is getting louder. Chill. 160 Bachland Street, inside Dwayne's mansion. Who is it? Klein asked. Vessel of dirtiness and darkness. Who the hell is that? Trissy. From what Klein knew, this demoness had been renamed Trissy Cheek, might very well be the medium of the primordial demoness's awakening. In such a situation, calling her a vessel wasn't wrong. You know Dunn died because of Romero's lord, don't pray. This is true. He did kill him. Okay, Romero, I'll make you a deal. How about this? I'll make you a deal. Let's see how powerful your lord is, okay? That's more. You're a gambling man, Romero. Let's gamble, okay? Let's gamble. If I win this bet, I pray to your lord. Okay? How's that? Okay. Ha ha ha. Sorry, I did 10,000 at first because just in case Nagito was here, it would just prevent him from stealing all of it, just in case, you know? I didn't think he was here, but you can never be too careful, you know? Alright, let's see how strong your lord is. Fuck, come on. Oh, come on. Oh my god, I can't lose. 100,000 to the million. Fuck, come on. Oh. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I tried, okay? I tried. Nah, Adam, I gave my word. I ain't no bitch, you know. Okay. Oh, God. The Lord that created everything. The Lord who reigns behind the curtain of shadows, the degenerate nature of all living things. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still here. I'm still here. Just a little bit worse than I was before, but I'm still here. You know, it's all good. Okay. No more music management for you. Okay. Where was I? Hold on. And as expected of an angel, she actually dared to talk about the primordial demoness. At that moment, he suddenly recalled something and looked at Miss Messenger and said, "What reaction did she have when she saw you?" "She was very scared." "Did you mark her?" "No, because she had the aura of primordial." "I understand." The aura of primordial? Is this sort of like the aura of the gray fog? Is this the aura of the gray fog that Klein has around him, maybe? That would work, right? That, oh my god, that would even further prove my theory. Trissy is not yet a demigod. Hence, an angel is able to see the aura of the primordial around her. Because she was, and maybe still is, the vessel of the primordial demoness. So Klein having the aura of the gray fog, or the aura of like ancientness, or whatever the fuck everyone calls it, that Klein has around him, that demigods could see before he was a demigod, might refer to like the old previous sequence Zero, the fool, who is like trying to resurrect in his body because he's not dead. Romero, what the fuck, dude? I don't know that. This is bullshit! Okay. I can't tell if you guys are just gaslighting me or if I was just super incoherent. Can someone tell me if you understood what I was saying, even if you disagree with it? Just... what's that saying? It is the mark of a great mind to be able to entertain an idea without agreeing with it, or whatever the fuck. Guy, I appreciate you popping by, man. No worries. Have a great rest of your day or night. I'll catch you later. We understand? Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm not being fucking autistic. I mean, I am autistic, but I'm not being autistic, you know? She sought me out to deal with Katerina. Isn't that what I wanted to do? Right on the heels of that, he transformed into Gehrman and smeared the blob onto a tiny mirror on the room. After waiting patiently for 10 minutes, the blob vanished into thin air, leaving nothing behind. Klein had failed to contact Trissy, as expected. She managed to identify Miss Messenger's level and was frightened. She probably doesn't want to communicate with Gehrman anytime soon. Even if I had known Miss Messenger was an angel, I definitely wouldn't have left her... if I had known Miss Messenger was an angel, I wouldn't have let her appear in front of Trissy, or at least I would have informed her that if a demoness were to summon her, she can bring both the person and the letter over. Suddenly, he heard a series of illusory prayers. Gio hid in a dark alley and said, "Not bad, you're getting more and more experienced," as a deep male voiced and walked out of the darkness. What it stood there was the MI9 member who had contacted Gio before. Sorry, I fucking had a stroke there. "Why did you contact me so urgently?" Gio asked. "You still seem to be monitoring the Viscount Stratford? Have you discovered anything?" "Yes." He had intimate contact with a girl of unknown origins. He made her visit him at his residence late at night at several times. I had tried to track that woman down, but I failed both times. Also, the Viscount suddenly went out in the middle of the night 2 days ago. I don't know where he went. I couldn't manage to find him. "Not bad. Your persistence was worth rewarding." With that said, your contributions to us will increase significantly. To be frank, if this continues, you will undoubtedly accumulate the contribution points needed for a Sequence 6 potion. However, before that, there will need to be a strict examination. With your background, it will fail, no doubt. Actually, there's no need for you to seek the truth. I know that this was the motivation for you to persist in the matter, but my personal suggestion is to put it aside. With your current sequence and abilities, it's enough to let your mother and brother live a good life. No one will cause you trouble. But if you continue persisting, I cannot guarantee what will happen. Is that a fucking challenge, bro? Gio has a fucking god behind her. Now, is he actually just a Sequence 4 demigod who's doing this for shits and giggles? Probably. But you don't know that, motherfucker. Try me. Who are you? Gio asked. I'm just an ordinary mid-sequence beyonder. You may not know that the post of the Captain of the Royal Guards has a corresponding authority in MI9. It's equivalent to a deputy director that handles matters related to the royal family. Back when your father was alive, I was his subordinate and got his help in a lot of things. After his passing, I, who didn't commit any wrongs or hide anything, was removed from the core of MI9. I'm only responsible for outsiders, for informants like you. Your father helped me a lot, so I know you. Dr. Z, hey, how's it going? I deliberately made you become an informant under me. With the extent of my own powers, I helped you as much as I could. I have a family of my own, and my own life, so I can't do anything too dangerous. Let's do this. I'll help you get the formula for Judge. After that, stop your contributions and pursue to advance your sequence. Do something that'll improve your life. As for what do you want to do or what do you plan to do in private, I don't know, nor do I want to. What kind of person was my father? He was a brave, noble, and just aristocrat. But he wasn't that perfect. He was impulsive, eager, and prone to anger. Thank you. Go back. After obtaining the Judge formula, I'll give you a message to meet me, the man said. After Gio completely disappeared from the alley's entrance, the masked man was just about to turn when he heard an ethereal voice. She's lying. She has tailed Viscount Stratford to the scene back then. It's something we can confirm. The masked gold man fell silent for a moment before saying to the shadow beside him. She might have only been worried that it would arouse suspicion. How could she defeat Viscount Stratford at her level? Besides, the Viscount carried a grade 1 sealed artifact. She probably didn't approach. Even if she did, she couldn't survive. The ethereal voice replied, no matter what, since there is a doubt, we need to investigate. Don't ask about it in the future. Oh, MI9 knows about her, eh? Oh, that's not good. So there's a good chance that the sequence this guy gives her is probably wrong and just intended to make her immediately lose control and just... because they don't want her poking around. Before the Tarot Club, her plan was to say that she had followed the Viscount Stratford to a particular warehouse in the dock area. Outside, she was scared off by a terrifying hurricane. This was even more convincing and made it less prone to suspicion. But after knowing that this matter piqued the world's interest, she secretly changed her mind. She felt that if she wanted to investigate the king's secret at her level, it might take another 3 to 5 years, even longer maybe. Perhaps there wouldn't be any hopes forever, but with the world's help, she may be able to succeed. As such, she was willing to bear the risks. And today, before the meeting with the man, she had prayed to Mr. Fool so that he could inform Gehrman of her thoughts. 1045, Dreamwalker. Which sequence is this? Audrey's about to get the Dreamwalker formula. Let's go, Audrey. Our go. Man. Good for her. By the way, how's everyone? Everyone that's popped in like a little bit later. How's everyone doing? How's your day or nights going? You know, if okay, I is fucking sleepy. I'm just sleepy. But here's the cool part. As soon as I get into bed, I'm not gonna be sleepy at all. God, I fucking hate this world. Is a fucking prison. I tell you. Above the grey fog, in the ancient palace, with one hand holding the crucifix and the other holding the sea god scepter, he was observing the real world. He was observing Miss Gio, seeing Miss Gio, the golden masked man, and another person. This man was in his 30s. He didn't have any special items, and he looked like a typical Lowanese man from the mid-north area. Earlier in the afternoon, I died in a car crash. Damn, became a wraith for real, eh? God, you guys are not good at keeping secrets at all. You folded under literally zero pressure. What the fuck? You were supposed to keep that a secret. Hiding in the shadows with a psychological invisibility. Half of it depends on an item, and the other half depends on a sequence. In conclusion, he's not a demigod. That's right. In the eye of the king's faction, Gio's only a sequence 7. It doesn't have any notable items. If the matters concerning the Viscount was really related to her, there must be a mastermind behind her, or even its faction. In this situation, there were undercurrents surging about, letting a demigod who might know too much perform the investigation and throw them into a trap. In this case, a sequence 5 or 6 beyond her with trustworthy strength, while also not knowing too much due to his limitations and rank, is a great choice. Klein thought to himself as he gave up the idea of teleporting over as Gehrman. Jesus Christ, Godzilla. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Merlin. Fuck. Are you doing okay? Were you guys close? He couldn't get any more information for now, so he just decided to peacefully wait. Of course, if it wasn't possible for him to continue monitoring from above the grey fog, if that happened, his physical body in the real world would be defenseless. An accident would be disastrous. Hence, he created a batch of charms and handed it to Misjudgment, the magician, and the other members. They were to immediately activate the charms if the situation deteriorated, so they could get the help of the world. This would be simpler than directly reciting the fool's name. This was inspired from the Evernight coat of arms and the ascetic leader of the Evernight Church, Ariana, and the help she provided him. It was equivalent to a solidified ritual that pointed to him. From a mysticism angle, the principle wasn't complicated. The difficulty needed in carrying out the ritual was that the target could act upon receiving the news from far away. This was meant for a limited distance. A sequence 3 saint was fine, but for unlimited distance, it needed to be an angel. As a newly advanced demigod, Gehrman was able to allow the charms to be useful because when he made it using the corresponding honorific name and the symbol of Kalvatua and the help of the Grey Fog, he could respond throughout the whole world. It sounded complicated, but simply he had made use of another identity's level. As for the materials used for the charm, they were mostly tin, cheap and easy. In the Backland Bridge area, Gio casually strolled about. Under the light of the street lamp that was quite a distance away, her face was calm, but tense. The hands in her pockets either held the handle of the wintry blade or made a charm made of tin. Dreamwalker is sequence 5 of the spectator pathway. Or, sorry, audience pathway, my bad. The Sun Church needs gold for charms? Damn, must be nice to be that rich. Do I know sequence 4? That's a great question. Do I? Prof. No. What? Am I fucking blind? Where's spectator? Manipulator. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just... Give me one quick second. I'm just... Okay. As she walked, she made several detours so as to avoid an ambush. Initially, she was worried that the King's faction would be able to capture her through MI9 or other organizations. Oh my fucking god, whatever, it's fine. But later, she realized that such a development wouldn't happen. This was because her existence would be exposed to the 3 churches. And if that happened, it definitely wouldn't be the King's faction inside MI9 doing the investigating. The investigation must be done in secret. The person that appears might not be from the military. Well, they're still watching, afraid that I'm only bait. Mr. World said not to trouble him if we can resolve it ourselves. Gio leisurely continued loitering as she returned to the edge of their East Borough and returned to her rented home. Frankly speaking, she didn't want to involve Forrest in this risky endeavor, but the 2 of them were the ones who had been following the Viscount. This meant that Forrest was also on the investigation list. As long as Forrest hid in the East Borough and seldom went out, it wasn't certain that MI9 could find her. After getting Forrest's approval, Gio chose to face the subsequent developments with her friend. You weren't followed, right? Forrest asked. No, Gio shook her head. Forrest didn't continue on this topic. Instead, she went on and on, grumbling how she couldn't find any good tea leaves or alcoholic beverages in the area. This warm and peaceful atmosphere continued late into the night as they both slept in bunk beds. After the candle was extinguished, Gio was about to say something when a holy light suddenly appeared. The light instantly condensed into a silhouette, and 12 pairs of wings, formed with scarlet flames, appeared on its back. Mr. Fool's angelic blessing, Gio instantly thought. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I just need to go take a piss. Sorry, it's a whole giant-ass fucking cup of coffee that's fucking bursting through my bladder. We're back. We're back. Okay. No, good God. Yeah, I do need to take care of the left-right chat on the be right back scene. I don't know why. I don't know what this fucking right chat is doing. It's supposed to auto-update automatically, so I don't have like manual access to it. And it's fucking been like that forever. I don't know what it's on. You know almost all the sequences in Sierra Marauder Apprentice. Try getting the 7 you don't know. Well, how do you want me to guess sequence zeros? Come on. Well, I already guessed one of them. I said Pluto. I don't think it makes any fucking sense. Okay. There'd probably be a planet. I feel like Mercury would make a really good one for the Apprentice Sequence 0. Because, like, Traveler is like, think about it conceptually. You're like traveling through the barrier of the real world and the spirit world, and you're like going through them, okay? Mercury is like the only metal that's liquid at like room temperature, right? So it's kind of like a mix. It's kind of like in the middle of like a metal and like another and like a something else. I don't know fucking what. So I feel like Mercury would be a really, and plus obviously it's a planet. I feel like Mercury would be a really good one for sequence 0 of Apprentice Pathway. What is Galileo? Okay. Good night. Forced in reactant time as though she was falling asleep, this made Gio realize that she had also received the angelic blessing. Time ticked by as the two fell asleep. After an unknown period of time, Gio dazed awake, aware that she was dreaming. Right on the heels of that, she felt some shadowy figure in the dark sky, and all kinds of thoughts from deep within her heart surged out to form a dream. How does Burrow act like Pluto? Burrow, how do you act like the Abyss? How do you act like the Wheel of Fortune? Am I just supposed to sit there? Am I supposed to transform myself into a roulette wheel and go... Like, how am I supposed to act as the moon? What do you mean, Ramiro? Why are you acting like what I'm saying just makes no sense? God. As these thoughts... Oh, God. As these thoughts were mainly things she had mostly been keenly aware of, including the night she barged into the warehouse and attacked Viscount Stratford. At first, Gio was frightened. She wanted to wake up from her dream, but no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't. She finally calmed herself down and tried to control her thoughts. Thus, the memories of the attacks on Viscount Stratford were buried, and after some consideration, Gio deliberately didn't do it well, leaving some clues behind. Oh, clever. She wants them to investigate. Okay, good. In the dreamland, she and Forrest discovered that something weird had happened inside the warehouse, but it wasn't the same account she gave to MI9. Gio believed that this would allow the person who had invaded her dreams to notice a problem, but be unable to resolve it. After this, the investigators would confirm that there was a demigod or some faction behind the two of them. They would then believe that they weren't too difficult to deal with because the level of the secret wasn't too high. MX, how's it going, man? How you doing? Abyss is easy, just stare at people who stare at you. Staring contest. And the guy's like, fuck. Yeah. At this moment, Gio's dream began to scatter as though she had escaped the guidance. She knew that this was a sign of the intruder leaving. The sky lit up and the morning rays burst forward. After breakfast, Audrey brought forth her big golden retriever, Susie, and a personal maidservant, Annie, and brought them to the Bursary Foundation. The chiming of the bells rang out from the outside, occasionally bringing with them some sort of special energy. It made the entire street turn bright. This calmed her down and made her feel more energized. She felt the whole world was vibrant. Just then, Audrey saw a figure in the carriage, none other than Havin Rambis, the psychology alchemist's counselor, a demigod of the spectator pathway. Suddenly, Audrey fell into a daze, as though she had lost all her vigilance and wariness. In that carriage, Susie, Annie, and the others wore vacant looks as they entered a state of blankness. Susie, you were supposed to be our guard! Susie, you're supposed to bite him! Come on! No, I'm just kidding. By the way, do you know how Klein, who has nothing to do, who knows nothing... What? By the way, how do you think Klein, who has nothing to do about mind and consciousness, can bless people into resisting the influence of the sea of consciousness? I would assume giving them the angel is like to a degree, giving them a little bit of the power of the gray fog. And the gray fog, because it sits atop that whole world and bullshit, is able to shield them from it to a degree. I don't know if that logic is even coherent. But Havin Rambis's gentle voice rang out. 2 things. Firstly, you don't know Forz and Geo. Wait, no. Firstly, don't you know Forz and Geo? Arrange to meet them and hypnotize them. 10:46. That gentle voice seemed to resonate within the heart of Audrey. She only felt a little resistant to it before feeling as though it came from her heart. Secondly, in the upcoming banquets and balls, don't be opposed as before to the few princes who take initiative to show their fondness. Also, praise them a few times in front of Earl Hall and his wife. They're trying to get her married so that they can control her. Or, more so probably that so that they can separate her from her parents and then control her father. Oh, this is so evil. These fucks. Bro, Klein, you know what? Klein, we need to just nuke the entirety of Psychology Alchemists. Forz and Geo not likely to appear in Season 1? That's fine. That part I'm not too opposed to. Remember, all of the above, this is a reflection of your subconscious. Then, don't forget that I once said these things to you. Forget that this behavior is different from your usual. Don't try to seek blessings. And stay away from the key spots in the Church of the Evernights Mass. Shit. Don't try to seek blessings. What do we do? Maybe she won't get blessed from the Fool, and then now this part. And this is one thing I will say. I feel like Klein should just as like a safety measure, every 24 hours, like clockwork, give all Tarot Club members an angel. Like when they come into the Tarot Club and then finish the Tarot Gathering, as they leave, give them all a paper angel, shield them, and then just keep cycling that every 24 hours. So that if anything like this unexpectedly happens, we have like a safeguard. It's not going to be a catch-all, but like... Plus, Klein spends like 19 hours a day in the Grey Fog. He could manage to take 4 minutes to do that. After dealing with all this, he disappeared from the carriage. Another bike passed by as Audrey's slightly anxious eyes recovered. She then looked at the god on the street, coming and going, when she suddenly felt a soft exclamation mark. Really not a good look for a god? Really? I would think it would look so based. I would be like, dude, if I was a believer, I'd be like, bro. Mr. Fool's got so many angels, he just sends them out as like a courtesy to us? He's so goated. She then looked at the street coming and going and said, I forgot something. I have to visit Glaint first. At this moment, the carriage didn't leave the Empress Borough and wasn't too far from Viscount Glaint's residence. The servants like Annie didn't find it strange, so they quickly instructed the coachman to turn to another street. The blessings only last a few hours. He had to do it every... Oh, really? I would have thought it at least lasted a day. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, he's not going to do it 6 times a day. That's crazy. This continued until 20 minutes to 10 in the morning when they finally arrived at the bursary office. Looking at Annie and others organizing documents or using spring water, they brought a loan to prepare black tea. Audrey brought Susie along to the lounge that was attached to her office. During this process, Audrey glanced at the keyhole and asked Susie, was there anything abnormal this morning? This was a habit she had gotten into over the past few days. It happened from the moment Havin Rambis disappeared. Susie sat by her side and said, yes. You didn't plan on paying a visit to Viscount Glaint when you left the house, but you changed your schedule midway. You'll inform me of the general schedule ahead of time over the past few days. Also, you said you would discuss it with me if you need to suddenly change something. Audrey's expression became grave. She still didn't feel that there was anything unusual, but it still felt abnormal. Havin Rambis had been here, right before she left the house, before she headed to Viscount Glaint's residence. That is so clever. That is a huge W. Like, we don't need to do this if the Tarot Club members are this clever on their own, but most of them ain't. The other party had already been cued and hypnotized. Therefore, he didn't exhort a dog, making it feel like everything that it saw was normal too. Audrey subconsciously wanted Susie to leave so that she could pray to Mr. Fool. Would my current behavior be monitored? Will he be sitting somewhere watching me? No, if that happens, he would have discovered a problem when I asked Susie. Praying shouldn't make it any worse. If he's here, Mr. Fool would discover it. I can promise a future sacrifice and pray that he'd send divine punishment. But I don't want to pray and ask for help. No, dumbass. Ask for help. Audrey. Ask for help. This is like... I don't know how many of you have seen... Hold on. I'm gonna get the entire fucking stream demonetized for this 2-second scene, but... Let's go! We ride at dawn, bitches. No one ever said I was savvy. I don't know if you guys have seen the Percy Jackson movies. They were actually I actually kind of liked them. But, it was like... So, basically, they're eating this, they're in, like, a casino, and they're eating these, like, fucking... like cupcakes or whatever the fuck, and the cupcakes make them just want to stay here and just party in the casino all day, and it's like it's supposed to keep them trapped in here for all eternity. But like Percy's dad, Poseidon, the Greek god of like the ocean and stuff, like whispers in his ear, and he's like, no. Oh fuck, no, I can't. Oh, that music is so copyrighted. No, that's not just gonna be a fucking demonetized. I can't play it. Fuck. Oh, fuck. No, I can't. Oh, I forgot I was in there. Oh, that's so cooked. Oh, that music is going to get my fucking whole stream taken down. Okay, I'm not... But basically, Percy goes to eat it, and in his mind, Poseidon goes, no, Percy, don't eat the cupcake. It dulls your senses. Audrey's cued not to ask for blessing. Yeah, I know. It's same thing. Yeah, like she's cued not to ask for blessing. So like that, her not wanting to ask for a blessing is the same as Percy eating the cupcake. But then like Susie's like, no, Audrey, you must ask for a blessing. This is unlike you. And she's like, oh, you're right. I wouldn't do this. Audrey stood there, running through her feelings. She realized the contradiction and the resistance in her heart. She had a vague guess from her knowledge, but she put aside the idea of asking for help, allowing her to be in her usual state of praying to the goddess. Instantly, she felt a reduced conflict in her heart. She became confident. She gestured for Susie to leave, as she began hypnotizing herself. You're not asking for help, you're only doing your usual prayers. You're not asking for help, you're only doing your usual prayers. She then raised both her hands and said, "The fool that doesn't belong to this era, ... I might have met Havin Rambus." As she spoke, she didn't mention any desire for help, but described her discovery. She waited for a while, and a red light appeared in front of Audrey, drowning her like a tidal wave. Suddenly, her thoughts became clear, and images flashed through her mind. It was Havin Rambus, who was sitting in the carriage opposite her. It was the elder who exhorted her, the demigod of the spectator pathway. At the same time, the words resounded in Audrey's ears again, making her immediately remember everything. She stood there, horrified, panicked, as she bowed to Mr. Fool. "Thank you for your blessings, Mr. Fool." Klein nodded. "You handled it well." Upon hearing this, Audrey suddenly felt at ease and wasn't as nervous as before. As the Fool, there was no way for him to directly discuss these things with Miss Justice, analyze it for her, give her a solution. So he nodded and said, "This is a test of fate." "A test? Only through this test will I be able to become a demigod?" "I understand." Audrey has no fucking idea. She's making shit up. She's like, "I understand. Got it." Audrey was about to express her gratitude again when the crimson light appeared before her, blurring everything, and she quickly returned to the real world. A test. Does that mean I have to resolve the danger of Havin Rambus? Even if I cause his death, I still wouldn't be suspected by the alchemists. But how do I do that? Audrey turned her head to the side. In that direction was a large lounge, which belonged to a director. Just 10 minutes ago, she had seen Dwayne Dantes. Oh, she's gonna go, "Mr. World, what if we kill a demigod?" Bro, Klein, or Gearman actually, is becoming like the most notorious hunter of this universe. He's actually fucking Gon's dad from Hunter x Hunter. He's like Gene Freaks. He's like, bro, he just goes everywhere, kills everything. It's crazy. Do you think Susie knows that Audrey's a cultist? She probably has suspicions. She's like, this bitch is up to something, you know? I don't know what she's up to. She's a good person, so like, we have faith in her, but this bitch is up to something, okay? And Gearman moving like prime King Von. That's such a good reference. Above the grey fog, Klein tapped the edge of the table as he analyzed what happened. "That's not right. Adam gave me the crucifix through misjudgment and magician. How could he not know which existence is behind them? Last night, I thought that investigation of Miss Gio was merely done by a mid-sequence beyonder from the psychology alchemists. For some reason, Adam didn't share the information of the Fool with the King's faction or the Demoness sect. He hopes that I can give him some feedback." ASG is Gene's dad, don't freaks, who's in the Dark Continent. True. Yeah. They're like, and Amon is like the Chimera ants, like super strong, huge threat, but in the large scheme of things, only like a B-ranked. I think they said like in the Dark Continent, Chimera ants are like a B-rank level threat or whatever. That. The sun just rose and it's 31 degrees. Oh God. What is Adam trying to test? Is he testing to see if Misjudgment's investigation of the Viscount and her actions were by her own choice or involving the Fool? Check general. Yeah, I'll check it in a bit, Kami, no worries. If the fool gets the unshadowed crucifix and realizes that the king's secret is related to Adam's scheme while still insisting that his subordinates investigate it, he'll be making the Twilight Hermit Order an enemy. And Adam knows that Gehrman is a blessed. But with Adam's abilities, there's no need to test anything. Just sitting next to Misjudgment and listening to her thoughts will be enough to understand. Unless he already left Backland, or to avoid certain problems, he doesn't dare enter the city. My warning to Miss Ariana and the Church of the Evernight has taken effect, causing Adam to sense the danger? Oh, maybe. Probably. Even though he knows that Gehrman has something to do with the death console, he probably wouldn't notice that something happened with Artificial Death. Even with the Numinous Episcopate's Artificial Death faction, they haven't noticed anything. Therefore, the authority of concealment augmenting this, he has no idea that the goddess won't be able to carry out a divine descent for a long time. Next, I'll have to deal with Havin Rambus. I'll make sure that Miss Justice is steered clear, so she doesn't have any problems. Just as this thought crossed his mind, he saw Miss Audrey enter the director's lounge in search of Duane. He then reined in his thoughts and returned to the real world. 1047, Brainstorm. Alright, so is this going to be demigod number 4 that we're killing? Ince, obviously. The Quanos Kilgore. I'm gonna count Hazel's teacher. I'm gonna count that because Klein basically killed him. Amon is a fucking kill-stealing son of a bitch. That was totally Gehrman's. Check what I sent before this chapter. Oh, okay, sounds good. All right. Yap expansion. What is it?
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a
This is so based. This is so based. Hold on. God, I really need to get a fucking stream deck because I have to do like 18 things for me to show you guys a fucking thing. This is crazy.
Serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a demon.
He was dead, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
Vaughn gave me a lot of passes. He could have killed me a couple times. I was happy.
Dan, it's just sitting there. He's like, bro. He's like, oh, dude, he saved me. Oh, that's based. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, did Romero change his... Yeah, oh no. You know, Romero's profile pic is the same as always. Mr. Loki, are you almost caught up now? Okay. Good morning. Where's Mr. Dantas? Audrey smiled. He went to the washroom. He'll be back soon, honorable lady. Alright. Audrey then found a seat and sat down. Frankly speaking, she only wanted to deal with Havin Rambus and had already come up with a plan. It was to hypnotize herself in advance. Talk about the membership badge? I see. Oh, I see. When Havin Rambus came to gather feedback, she would activate the world's charm without any ill intent. Then she would work with Gehrman to hunt the demigod. To ensure that there aren't any problems, I can also request Ma'am Hermit's help. She's already a demigod and can lurk in the darkness. She can combine forces with Mr. World at a critical moment. As for how the Hermit would come to Backland, she didn't find it problematic. She could rent Limano's travel and get Mr. World to record teleport before requesting our help. Bro, I love how when Audrey is gonna do a mission, she's like, bro, alright, so here's what we're gonna do, okay? So we're all gonna get into our gold-plated cars so that they're bulletproof. And then right after that, we're gonna all take out our gold-plated Desert Eagle 47s, and then we're gonna shoot them with 47 sun-flaring charms that we built with 24-karat golds, so that we ensure that they're fully demon hunting and never can fail. Everyone's like, hey, like, the gold and like almost all of that except like the bullets is like totally unnecessary. She's like, no, 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 it's vital. Like, like it would. Like we could do the job with like stainless steel. And she's like, yeah, we could, but like, is there much of a price difference? So what the fuck? Like her immediate reaction to everything is, $50 million, go. Like, what the fuck? At that moment, Dwayne Dantas returned from the bathroom and smiled. After letting his valet Inuni guard the door, this tycoon looked around as he cast his gaze onto Audrey. You seem to have met some troubles. Yes. What should I do to solve the problem? Hines smiled and said, why don't you discuss it with the two ladies? Oh, that's right. Like Mr. Moon, I can request a private mini-gathering. Miss Gio and Miss Fours will definitely help. Apart from them, I can also get Mr. World, the Hanged Man, Ma'am Hermit, Mr. Moon. I'll count him out. At this moment, she felt as though she wasn't fighting alone. I understand, she said. She then thought of another problem and took the opportunity to ask. Havin Rambus has made me no longer reject the princes and praise them in front of my parents. What's his motive? Perhaps it's to show some friendliness on the surface. It's to rope in your father and make a hint to the Evernight Church behind him. Regardless of the king's secret, whether it succeeds or not. Ye will definitely need at least one Orthodox Church's support so as to reduce the opposing forces. Is that so? I woke up and made me my morning coffee. You couldn't just make it yourself from here? Audrey really didn't reject Mr. Wold's explanation. This was the politics she was familiar with. Although I will say, this was okay. I was thinking about this during work because I was kind of bored. I think the fact that Volume 6 has so many people's favorites, I think probably means there's a new persona. I think there's going to be one last persona. But then, here's the question. I want to say, like, Volume 6 is going to be in, like, Intes or something. Because, like, we haven't seen anything about Intes, really. Persona 5! Persona number 5? Klein? Sherlock? Gehrman? Dwayne? Number 5! That would work, yes. She didn't stay any longer as she returned to her office and prayed to Mr. Fool for a mini-gathering. Above the gray fog, red beams shot up. Oh my god, we're using this gray fog so much now. Bro, whoever owns this place is gonna start charging you rent, Klein. What the fuck? Everyone, I have something I wish to hear from you. Bro, by the way, can you imagine how fucking pissed Alder's gotta be? Because Alder has, like, a whole fucking crew that's, like, constantly, like, probably asking their captain for help. And, like, more and more, their captain seems to just lock himself away in the fucking cabin and just for, like, an hour and just fucking, like, does some random bullshit probably. And then comes back. And he comes out for, like, 45 minutes. And then he goes back into the cabin again. They're like, what the fuck is he up to? Oh my god. Same thing with Cat Leia. Well, no, Cat Leia's like probably always in her office reading or some bullshit, so she's probably fine. Everyone, I have something urgent I wish to hear from you. That sounds urgent. Alder nodded. Yes. I met Havin Rambus this morning. He hypnotized me to do 2 things and forget him. Or forget his appearance. Fortunately, I was careful and cautious and discovered something odd, and thanks to Mr. Fool's blessing, I remembered everything. One of the things Havin wants me to do was to arrange for a meeting with Miss Magician and Miss Judgment, and take the opportunity to hypnotize them. I'll then obtain intel on the instigator for the actions they recently had taken, and get them to leave Backland as soon as possible. What? Force was originally worried about Miss Justice's safety. She never expected it to come back on her and Gio. To think they targeted Miss Audrey, it's so hard to guard against them. She's targeted by a demigod. She couldn't help but look at her friend and saw Gio sitting there calmly. Cat Leia didn't understand something as she asked, the psychology alchemists, or should I say Havin Rambus, discovered that Miss Judgment and Miss Magician are members of the Tarot Club? No, it's only because I know them from the real world. At this moment, she no longer tried to hide her identity from Forrest and Gio. In fact, ever since you joined the club and gained the judgment card, Audrey knew that you'd be exposed sooner or later. Through repeated observations, she had confirmed that her two friends already guessed it. You know them? Ketlea asked. Yes, Audrey nodded. They were actually recommended by me. The hanged man can testify. Oh, I love how they're thinking like, wait a minute, what do you mean that we were recommended? We chose to come here. You ain't choose shit. I wonder what the sailors think Alder's doing. Yeah, nothing good. Goonin, yes, probably. I think the can you imagine like Forrest and Geo coming to the tarot club while they were thinking it was their choice, but like now being told that they were recommended. You know what? Have you guys ever seen this clip where it was like, you think you have freedom of choice? You think like when you're driving down a road, you get to like turn left or turn right, but you didn't build the roads. The roads were built by someone a long, long time ago. All the big choices have already been made for you. That's what's happening to them. They're like, what the fuck? I thought it was our choice to come here. Like, nah, you didn't get to choose shit. Didn't we chant Mr. Fool's name because we wanted to save ourselves? How did we come through a recommendation process? Gio already had that rare, similar expression because the world recommended exceed what she understood, what she believed. Audrey felt a little embarrassed and explained to her friends, because all of you have your own special qualities, and I also hope that the Tarot Club will expand and develop. I recommended that Mr. Fool to pull the two of you in. But this was just a chance for you. If you hadn't passed Mr. Fool's test, he wouldn't have pulled you in. What kind of test? Aren't you? No. Oh, sorry, Ramiro. Sorry. There's no freedom of choice for you guys. I built the roads, of course. I get to choose like where I'm going. No problem. You know, like I'm good. I mean, like you fucks. No wonder I had an inkling that they knew each other. No wonder Miss Justice had only entered the club after so long. This was probably due to their different individual experiences, each of their own specialties. This specialties is the selection criteria. Do I have one? Cattleya thought. We can talk about this in the future. Miss Justice, the problem you would like to talk to us about is how to deal with Havin Rambus, Alder asked. Yes. If we not only have to deal with Havin Rambus, but also prevent the psychology alchemists from suspecting me, what do we do? Alger then said, lock on to the whereabouts of Havin Rambus. Only take action after he has interacted with someone else. How do I lock on to him? There's good roads. Bro, Ramiro is so pro British. I will say, I don't think I've ever met anyone from like a colonized country who is so pro colonizers. It's like, it's an interesting. I'm not judging. I mean, you do you, whatever. But like, it's interesting. How do I lock onto him? Audrey asked. After getting the answer from Miss Judgment and Miss Magician, I'll wait until Havin Rambus leaves after I meet him again. Then I'll recite Mr. Fool's name and get him to cast his gaze on the demigod. I guess technically it's possible. My vision above the grey fog is about 10 kilometers. As long as Havin Rambus doesn't know teleport, I can confirm his location and trajectory. They removed the caste system? Plus made English a national language? But why is that a plus? Like, why is the inherent knowledge of English a good thing? It's just a language, like they all are. What does it even matter? Why am I having so much fucking problem with this Gatorade? Holy fuck. Sorry. Why is it better from your own language? Sri Lankan? What do you guys speak? Has to be Sri Lankan, right? What do you guys speaking? What do you guys speak over there? Sri Lankan. Tamil and Sinhala. I've never even heard of this language. What the fuck? How have I not even heard of this language? As Gearman then said, let me remind you of something. Miss Judgment and Miss Magician have mentioned Adam in the real world. The psychology alchemist originated from the ruins of Hermes, who is a member of the Twilight Hermit Order. And Mr. Fool doesn't wish to be at odds with the Twilight Hermit Order because of this. If we were to do anything, we must not let the other people know. The other party know. No! Guys. Oh my god, that might be like the meanest thing Dr. Z has ever said to anyone. Except for what she says, because she says like mean shit to me all the time. I think this is the first time she said something so negative about someone else in chat. What the fuck? Oh my god. 75 to 80%? Really? So that organization is called the Twilight Hermit Order? By the way, yeah, Dr. Z, please. Yeah, I'm so curious. If you want to put it in Discord, put it in Discord if you think it'll get cancelled out here or whatever. But, like, I'm so curious what this word does. What the fuck? Because, like, bro, I see some wild shit on stream. Mr. Fool doesn't want to make an enemy over it? Is it because he had just finished cooperating with Adam over the matter of Inzongwil? She's about to hit Ramiro with the N-word. I just want to make it clear I don't condone the use of that word. Sorry. I never expected the psychology alchemist to be related to the Twilight Hermit Order. Wait, Hermes? He's still alive? And a member of the Twilight Hermit Order? The members of this organization are unimaginably important. He realized, Aldra first glanced at Gearman before resisting the urge to look at Cat Leia. He realized the latter was equally shocked. The Twilight Hermit Order. That's the organization Roselle joined? Cat Leia mumbled. Yes, Gearman answered. After you return to the real world, it's best you don't think about these things. You will be detected. If you can't trust yourself, get Miss Justice to give you some kind of psychological cue. Nice. Alright. 10:47. All done. Look at that. We made pretty good timing yet again. 7 chapters in 2 hours. It's great timing. I mean, we're ahead by like 20 minutes, which is kind of based. Alright. So, I mean, after the British, we went to a civil war, then bankruptcy. At one point, we had a higher GDP than Singapore. Well, yeah, but like at one point, Singapore was a fucking mud, was just filled with mud. It was fucking nothing. Singapore, plus Singapore is like such a small country. Well, I guess I can't say that to Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka is also incredibly small relative. Like, Singapore was, from my understanding, the 2 reasons Singapore was able to, I don't know where I heard this actually. The 2 reasons Singapore was able to develop incredibly quickly was one, well, I'm going to say 3 reasons actually, because one, basically was one guy in charge of it. Now, I'm not saying pro-dictatorship. Dictatorships are not good, okay? But dictatorships or some kind of autocracy has this ability to get a huge vertical start right in the beginning, whereas democracy has this huge latency period. Actually, you know what? Let me fucking draw this out because it's just easier. Sorry. If by the way, we're done reading, so if you were just here for Lord of the Mysteries, thank you so much for popping by. Now we're just gonna do our politics section really quickly. So if you're a autocracy or some kind of dictatorship, what generally tends to happen is you'll start here and then you'll rise up very quickly. And then generally you'll crash and burn also very quickly because the dictator goes out of his fucking mind and just starts doing random shit, okay? Whereas a democracy has like this huge asymptotic relationship that's like really slowly before it starts getting traction. Because a democracy, by its very nature, is gonna have multiple parties that are opposing each other, meaning progress is slow because one person is because one party is saying like, hey, we should do X, and the other one is just saying we should do Y, and they oppose each other. So any change is very, very slow. Whereas in an autocracy or some kind of dictatorship, you can just be like, hey, we're gonna fucking do this, and then you do something, and at least, and even though like our brains don't think of it like this, indecision is a decision. Like if you decide like, hey, we're just gonna keep arguing instead of doing a fucking thing, you're choosing to make a decision to do nothing, which is like way worse than even just making a bad decision. So that's why like dictatorships can like get better a lot faster, and then they generally get a lot worse a lot faster too. And then second thing, and then two other things Singapore did was, I think the leader of Singapore, who I think is like still in power or some bullshit. Am I fucking wrong about this? He said, he was like, okay, the first thing we did was that fucking corruption. He was like, we just banned the fuck out of it. He said if someone is caught like accepting bribes, being corrupt, giving like contracts or like unfair help to like their friends or their family or whatever, fucking going to jail for like 20 years. Like just fucking cooked. So like we just banned the fuck out of it. Like we're not doing that. So that when someone goes to an office to ask for help or like to ask for a permit, okay, like that shit is getting done the way it's supposed to get done. Instead of being like, oh, well, actually we can't do this and you need to go fucking get that piece of paper and then you need to bribe me and then like all this bullshit. It's like fucking none of that. If we get a report that you're taking bribes, straight to jail. No problem. Right? And then the third thing they did was they made the entire country, they made the national language of the country English, which was like a huge fucking problem because at the time when Singapore was founded, I think it was like 25% of the people spoke English. It was like a really small number. And everyone was like, what the fuck do you mean the main language is going to be English? Like 3/4 of your population can't speak it. And he was like, and the guy was like, listen, it's going to suck right now. But in like 20 years, when all the kids grow up, they're going to be able to speak English, which means they can converse with the outside world. Whereas if we keep our language, we get fucking cooked because we can't speak the language of commerce, and then there's like 10 people who can do any of our shit. No, I'm exaggerating, but like you get the point. So that was kind of, and partially it's also that it's a really tiny country. It's easy to make changes in a smaller country. The larger your country gets, both geographically and demographically and like population wise, the harder any kind of change becomes because it's more and more population, right? It's just hard to do. All right. Thank you for listening to my insane, innate ramblings about politics. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. I've never heard of a country called Singapore. True. All right, guys. We're going to end it there. Thank you so much, everyone, for popping by. Have a great rest of your day or nights. I will catch y'all tomorrow, roughly same time. And we'll keep plugging our way through Volume 5. All right. Bye, everyone.